Welcome to ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Greyhawks. Better late than never as Bobby Purify scores his second touchdown of the day by handoff by Julian Banks. Due to technical problems, we couldn't get started right on time, so we're sitting at 7 minutes, 3 seconds left in the first quarter. The score of 19-0 with an extra try. My name is Eric Chacon. I'll be doing your play-by-play, and I'm partnered up today with Ken Kranzler. He's going to help me with color. How are you, Ken?
Doing pretty well, Eric. Thanks for having me today. I really appreciate that.
Oh, I enjoy having you here. It's going to make things a little easier for me. So while they prepare for the extra point, can you go ahead and let them know exactly how we got to 20-0 score so far?
Well, so far the game's been pretty strong in favor of the Greyhawks, who started fast with a very long punt return by number 13, Bobby Purify. Moving forward from that punt return, making it 7-0, we had and saw the athleticism of the quarterback, number 2, as Julian Banks carried the ball himself into the end zone. The field goal attempt was a poor snap. It was missed, making it 13-0, and then we saw another Bobby Purify long carry on third down for the touchdown with the field goal, the extra point attempt, now 20-0.
Excellent. So it has been a fairly one-sided affair so far, but mainly due to the play by Bobby Purify.
Yes.
Yeah, he's really showed up, and that punt return, the Pirates went 3 and out on their first possession, and that punt return was just phenomenal to watch. It was he let it bounce on the ground about 2 or 3 times, I think, didn't he?
Yes, coverage by the Pirates was weak coming down the field. They were close, but they didn't contain. He carried the ball left up at the field and was not stopped the rest of the way.
Excellent. So again, we apologize here at Colorado Sports TV for starting late, but we're glad to be here now to finish off the rest of the game for you. And special shout out to head coach of the Colorado Greyhawks, Dennis York, is watching from Wyoming. And sorry we're late, Coach, but hope you're watching now. And you'll see as the Greyhawks kick off, I can't see the number. Oh, and that's the third touchback kick by Otto Sirach for the Greyhawks. So that's going to have the Pirates starting right at about the 25. And quarterbacking for the Denver Pirates today is Jake Gardner, whose grandmother is watching today, I think.
Yeah, we have to say hi today to Sue, who's watching from Crawfordsville, Iowa, actually.
Thank you very much, Sue, for tuning in, and we're hoping for the best for your boy. But they're getting some late substitutions in here by the Pirates, and the Greyhawks are out and ready, so let's see what they come out with. All right, Jake looks like he's going under center. Heavy line formation, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. And it looks like the Greyhawks are in a 4-3 defense. Actually, they got 5 down linemen, don't they?
Heavy line.
Heavy line. Got motion from Anthony Rankin, handoff up the middle. He cuts left. He runs into a wall of Greyhawks and gets brought down by a bunch of different Greyhawks. Who's that on the bottom? I can't see the number on that. I still can't see his number, but he got met by a bunch of different Greyhawks there.
Yes, that was Eric Yaramio, one of our, an all-around back, just very athletic, fast enough, just couldn't get through the line.
You know what I'm gonna inform everybody, because they don't know the shirt you're wearing right now. But Ken is actually a member of the Denver Pirates staff, and I've been broadcasting for the Greyhawks all season so far. So it'll be a pretty interesting broadcast.
I'm not too worried about it. I don't think we're going to get in a big fight today, Eric.
I hope not. All right, so under center, knife formation, receiver to the left, 1 to the right. Takes the snap, and the whistles are blown. Looks like it might be a false start. And I called it correctly. False start. That's going to move the Pirates backwards. Take it to 2nd and 15 to go. So the Pirates are having a little hard time getting this offense together against the heavy line of the Greyhawks. They've been trying to attack the middle between the tackles on the run, getting some success, but not enough to keep the drive alive.
Not enough to keep the drive alive. You're right, Eric. They have not yet obtained a first down. I, again, really feel strongly that it's the defensive pressure from the defensive line that's causing the problems for the Pirates.
All right, so it looks like we go to the same formation with receivers to the left and the right and an eye. We got motion from the outside. Snap is good. Handed off to the middle linebacker. He's trying to, or linebacker, the running back. Looks like he fought really hard for about a 2-yard gain on that one. again, just a gang tackling performance by the Colorado Greyhawks.
Pretty much 2 yards in a cloud of dust every play when you run the ball up the middle against the Colorado Greyhawks for sure. So, and that's on a good play.
And for those of you that are watching, I'm going to point out in the gray jerseys, number 11, Jimmy Provost. He is having an outstanding season, probably leads the leagues in tackles. And just continue to watch him. Number 11, he plays middle linebacker for the Colorado Greyhawks. So Jakes decides to break the huddle again. He's got a tight end on his right and on his left. Receivers on the outside. Takes a snap and a shotgun. Quick throw out deep. Anthony Rankin just could not get underneath it. That's going to be an incomplete pass and take us to 4th and about 12 yards to go. So I think everybody in the stands and all the Greyhawks included know that this is a passing down.
Yes, it was on the last play we saw Anthony had some separation. The ball was a little overthrown, unfortunately. It looks like William Oliva, number 4, is coming in.
Oh, so it is 4th down. I apologize. I thought it was 3rd down. So is that Bobby Purify in the backfield again? It sure is. Sitting right at about the 48-yard line is Bobby Purify, who already has 1 punt return for a touchdown, 1 rushing play for a touchdown, and let's see if they kick away from him again like they did the last time. So both teams look set. We're waiting for the snap. Here it is. Bounce off the ground. Kick is up. It's down the middle. It's returnable, but the Pirates right there. Bobby decides to scoop it up. Gets tackled immediately. Great play on that by number 13 of the Pirates.
Yes, that's Rob Tufts, a special team superstar. Usually playing in the halfback or tailback position. Definitely one of our fastest players. But when it comes to special teams, we all try to get in there and make something happen.
Well, another performance, good performance by the Greyhawks defense on that drive. It keeps us at 20-0 with 4 minutes, 34 seconds left in the first quarter. I think after this drive goes by, we'll go ahead and take a little commercial break. But why don't we go ahead and take this time, and I'm going to go ahead and let Ken announce our officials for today's game.
Yes, we do want to thank them for helping us work through this game. We have head referee Dwayne Shuck. The umpire is Shannon Hartman. Head linesman is Alan Bryant. Line judge Sean Burrow. The field judge is Alan Wolf. The side judge is Jared Brooks. And last but not least, the back judge is Tyree Walton.
Yeah, it looks like the Greyhawks make their first mistake of the game. They have too many guys in the huddle, so somebody's got to run out, and they're going to lose 5 yards on that. But it'll still remain 1st down. So let's see what they come out with here on this drive with 4 minutes, 34 seconds left in the first quarter. So we're looking at 1st and 15. The Pirates defense looks like they're about ready to go. Let's see what the Greyhawks can put together here. Quarterbacking for the Greyhawks today is number 2, Julian Juju Banks, and that's another person to watch as he puts himself in a shotgun formation with 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. He's got running back in the backfield. We got motion behind him, cut back inside, fake handoff up the middle. Whistle is blown, play is dead, flag is out. Let's hear what the ref has to say about this one. 2 mistakes in a row by the Colorado Greyhawks pushed them back a total of 10 yards. So now we are looking at 1st and 20. It's going to make for a hard drive when you have to start that far back.
I think the Pirates will take it, though. As you mentioned, Mr. Banks is something else. I haven't seen much more athletic players in the CFC so far this year. It's difficult to watch him perform so well against the Pirates, but it is very exciting.
Excellent. So he takes a shotgun formation. He's got 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. He's got a running back in the backfield. Pirates to be looking at 4-3 front. He fades back, looking to throw it, throws it across the middle, and it is caught by number 16, brought down right away by number 6 of the Pirates. So that they to make 2 big mistakes in a row, lose total of 10 yards, and in 1 play, Julian Banks makes it up to number 16.
Sean Boyd is number 16. When he caught that ball, it looks like he'd stick him on his hands. It was a pretty good catch in traffic, so...
You know, and Sean Boyd had a terrific season last year as well. So they're in a hurry up. So we're going with 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. We got motion across the back. Julian's waiting for the snap. Fake handoff at the middle. Pitches back outside to number 28. Gets brought down quickly. by number 45 of the Pirates. I don't know that he had a gain on that play. Yeah, looks like they're spotting him for about a 3-yard gain on that.
Well, you know what happened? The Curtis Brooks effect happened right there. Number 45, one of our best defensive ends, did make the athletic play and stopped him for just a short gain.
So they decided to not go hurry up, and they huddled up on this one, but it's a quick huddle, and as they break, we're looking at second and about 8 yards to go. It looks like we're staying in a shotgun formation with 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. The Pirates are on a forefront. It looks like there might be an audible. There's that backfield motion again. He sets. Looks like maybe another pitch out instead. Quick shuffle pass forward. The ball's on the ground. Is it the Pirates? Is it the Greyhawks? Who's got it? Did they give it back to the Greyhawks? Ah, that's right. It was the forward pass, so that doesn't work as a fumble. So that's an incompletion. That's going to take us to 3rd and 8 right now, and that makes this play right here pretty important for the Denver Pirates defense.
Definitely their most important play of the game. This would, for all intents and purposes, be the game right here. So if they need to make this stop, they do, Eric.
They really do, because they don't want the Greyhawks to keep putting points up. They're already down by 20 points, and if they can put a stop to the Greyhawks offense, it would make a statement. But I'm sure Julian Banks has something to say about that as he puts 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, forefront by the Pirates. He takes a snap. He's fading back. Here comes pressure up the middle. Quick pass out is off the hands. That's an incomplete pass. The receiver looked there, a little overthrown. As the ball bounced, he had to stretch out, and the ball bounced off him. So that's going to take us to 4th down. 4th down and 8. And let's see what the Greyhawks decide to do. As on comes the field is number 18, Otta Sirach. So that's a very strong indication that they're going to go ahead and punt. And the Pirates defense is held.
Well, we'll take it. I know Sirach has a very good leg, whether he's kicking or punting. So you never know. Don't count out the field goal attempt here, but it looks like they probably will punt. Especially with the score being 20-0. Why push it?
I agree with you. It does look like they're going to a punt formation.
So Sirach kicks and punts?
Sirach can kick and he can punt. Place kick. He's actually a very long-time CFC veteran, very well known, and pretty well respected throughout the league. So it looks like we're definitely going to the punt. And who's that in the backfield for the Pirates about to take that punt return? If the Otis gives him a chance. The snap is off the ground. The punt is high. And it's deep. He's calling fair catch. Bounces at about the 2-yard line. It goes out of bounds, and that will be a touchback. And as we take a break to switch sides of the field, we'll take a break. And thank you for watching ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Greyhawks. And welcome back to ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Greyhawks. It looks like Jake Gardner's taking him to a spread offense. He's got 2 to the left, 2 to the right in a shotgun formation. He fades back, looking to his right. He releases the ball. It is bounced off of the receiver's body. I think he could have caught it, but number 13 let it fall, and that could have been close to a first down.
Well, that would have been perfect, just what the doctor ordered for the Pirates. Number 13, one of our fastest players, that is Robert Tufts out of Compton, California. He's a newer player to the CFC, but definitely has a lot of speed. If he gets open in space, you have to be careful because he could burn you.
You're very right about that. I had the privilege of watching him play last week against the Cobras.
Last week, we played against the Flames.
The Flames, that's right, correct. And, boy, he sure did put on a great performance, and his speed is evident. That's true. So Jake Gardner splits him up, and he looks like he's got 2 to his right, 2 to his left in a shotgun formation. 5 front for the Greyhawks. Quick handoff up the middle, and that's going nowhere. And Jimmy Provost is right on the scene, number 11, stopping him from getting anywhere and actually making him lose about a yard on the play. So that's going to take us to 3rd and 11 for the Pirates. There we go, 3rd and 11. And that defensive line, the Greyhawks, they put 5 of them up front, and they're all 5 big bodies, and it's hard to run against that.
I don't think the Dallas Cowboys offensive line could really make much of a dent. And you talk about Jimmy P, number 11. He's all I hear about for the Seahawks, linebacking crew. I know he's the real deal talent. With his long hair, he looks like one of the, I think it's Clay Matthews of the NFL.
Yeah, that's a good comparison. Shotgun formation, he fades back, quick pitch out, decides to go deep with it to Anthony Rankin, and it is overthrown. That is going to take him to 4th down, and the Pirates are going to have to punt from back in their own side of the field. It looks like Anthony Rankin is getting the separation. If they could just make that connection and execute on those plays, the Pirates probably could put something together.
So close, but so far. That was a mirror image of the first incompletion we saw a drive or so ago. They got to keep shooting for that long ball. That seems to be all that's really open for them right now.
And if you take a look at the punt returner for the Greyhawks, number 13, Bobby Purify, is back. And that last punt return didn't work out the way he wanted to. And if they give him another chance, he's going to take advantage. So there's a snap. Here comes the punt. It's high, and it's going to go outside. And that's exactly what I think the doctor ordered for the Pirates, because you don't want to Bobby get too many touches. So that's going to be a turnover there. And the the Greyhawks going to take over right at the Pirates' 40-yard line, and they're going to be playing with a short field.
Per usual, that's how things have started most every drive for the Greyhawks. They've been getting favorable field position. I would take it, but it's tough on the Pirates. Their defense has been playing many snaps. They've got to be getting a little bit tired, even though it's early in the game.
Very true. So as the defense comes on for the Pirates, the offense is coming out for the Greyhawks. And let's see what Rashad Ray, offensive coordinator for today's game, has got to go in front. And they also have Romel Gordon helping with the offense. And it looks like we're going to go with that heavy front, too, where he's got dual tight ends, one each side, receivers left and right. And look at the size of that fullback. And looks like he's trying to plow the field there for Bobby Purify in the backfield. So let's see what Julian does. Pirates are in a 4-3 defense. Waiting for the snap. Takes it. Handoff. Bobby pounces outside. Cuts us out further. Puts on the Jets. And there goes Bobby. There we go. Another big, long touchdown run for Bobby Purify. That's good for a 40-yard touchdown run. Wait, is there laundry? The referee is pointing down at something. Yep, there is a flag on the field. Let's see what this flag is about. That great effort of blocking by the offensive line of the Greyhawks and the fullback for the Greyhawks, and the beautiful run by Bobby Purify is negated by a holding penalty, which is going to be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. So I don't know if that's a loss of down or if it's still going to be first.
I believe it's still first down. I could be incorrect. But I saw Bobby turn it up a gear there. He was breaking through the line, and then he just went to the next level. No one could touch him.
Did you see the patience he had on that run, too? He waited for the blocks, and once he felt they were all in place, he just turned on the afterburners. He was gone.
I thought I could see him.
So it looks like it is 1st and 5 for the Greyhawks in an I formation. 2 to the right, 1 to the left, tight end. Takes a snap, hands out to number 28 is the new running back on the field, and he's making people miss. Finally get wrapped up by a wall of Pirates. The whistle's finally blown. That's Marcus Hubert?
Yes, 28 is Marcus Hubbard. Yes, that's correct. Marcus Hubbard giving Julian and also giving Bobby a short spell of relief.
Well, if you notice, the Greyhawks actually have a beautiful 1-2 punch with that running back combo. Bobby is a phenomenal athlete. He's got the speed, he's got the power, he's got the agility. But when he needs a break, how nice is it to have somebody like Marcus Hubert to go in there and just perform and get the job done? And both of them are having an excellent season this year. So it looks like this time we're going to take two receivers to the left, one to the right, another I formation. Marcus Hubert is still in the backfield, blitzing up the middle. Julian Banks is trying to make something happen, using his agility to bounce outside. He's making space, finally thrown, caught, and that is a catch. Beautiful catch by number 9, Justin Booby Jones on that play. What a performance by Julian Banks to avoid that 3-man pressure, to roll outside, find Justin Jones, and what a beautiful, it's funny, he made sure to keep both feet in bounds, but we do play by NCAA rules, so he only needed 1 foot down. But did that play not count? Oh, sure it did.
They're keeping it there.
They're keeping it there, but what that was is that is the end of the first quarter, and we've got the Colorado Greyhawks 20 against the Denver Pirates 0. Thank you for watching ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Greyhawks. And welcome back to ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Greyhawks. Now, you know what? The one thing we haven't really talked about, this is the first meeting between the Pirates and the Greyhawks for the season. But let me interrupt myself here and explain that Julian Banks does have a 3 wide receiver set to the right. He's got a tight end to the left, 1 to the right, I formation. Takes a snap, hands off to number 28, Marcus Hubert. He fights forward, brings it right to the 1-yard line. 2 flags get thrown in the air right away after the play. That's usually a good indication of unsportsmanlike, or at least a personal foul. So let's see what the referee has to say about this.
Number 79 in the offense. 15 yards in the lead. Second down. That's the first unfortunate leg for number 79.
So number 79, Nick Johnson, did something that made the referees unhappy. Now, in NCAA rules, if you get 2 unsportsmanlikes in a single game, it's an ejection. And then if you're ejected from a game, you're suspended for 1 game after that. And that's one thing that none of the Greyhawks can afford to do, because after this game, they go directly into the playoffs. So hopefully Nick Johnson can cool his head a little bit, and these guys can keep their heads. But like I was saying, these guys, this is the first time they've met all season.
Yes.
Because they're in the same division. But if I'm right, I think you know better than I do, Ken. I know the Greyhawks have got the number 1 seed. Does that mean that the Pirates have the number 2 or the number 3 seed?
That I'm unsure of. I do know they're going to play the Greyhawks next week. Because of that, they're trying to keep a pretty ho-hum offense.
Yeah, trying to keep it as vanilla as possible. So actually that means that they're the number 2 seed. So ColoradoSports.TV is going to be proud to announce the next game. As Julian Banks fades back, he's rolling right, trying to find something. He uses that agility to get away from defenders, and he just does the smart thing and gets rid of it. The coverage by the Pirates forced him to get rid of it, and the pressure up front gave him not enough time to let somebody to get open. So that was a good defensive performance by the Denver Pirates right there.
Well, it goes to show the penalty on the play prior really was detrimental. 20-0. It'd be difficult for the Pirates to overcome that, but it would be nice for the Greyhawks to put the nail in the coffin with 1 more touchdown. Now that's that much more difficult.
And that's a very strong point, because they were looking at 2nd and 1 before that penalty. And now they're looking at 3rd and goal at the 18-yard line. So this is a big play again, another big defensive chance here for the Pirates to stop them. So let's see what Julian Banks is going to do to keep this thing going here. So it looks like he's going to put 2 receivers to the right, 1 with a tight end to the right, receiver to the left, I formation going under center. Pirates are creeping up to the line. Looks like they got about 5 guys up on the line right now. Takes a snap, fake handoff, rolls out left. Getting pressure, decides to cut back, can't find anything happen, avoiding tackles. He's using that agility to make something happen, and he finally gets pushed out of bounds. Boy, that Julian Banks, that agility he has, he makes you freeze to watch to make sure he doesn't get past you, and then he uses his speed to get through a little gap, and it's an amazing performance.
Reminds me a lot of Michael Vick back when he was playing back in college and later in his NFL career. Just sensational athleticism, agility, stops on a dime, picks it up.
So let's see what they decide to do. Yep, Julian Banks is walking off the sideline, so this looks like Ottawa is going for the field goal, and it looks like they're going to spot it right at the 22, which will make it about a 32-yard attempt. Late substitution by the Greyhawks, and Bobby Purify is holding for Ottawa. And the Pirates look like they're ready. Otto looks like he's ready. Bobby says he's ready. Here's the snap. It's down. The kick is up. It looks good to me, and the refs agree. That's going to take us to 23-0 with 12 minutes, 17 seconds left in the first half. Thank you for watching ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Greyhawks. And welcome back to ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Greyhawks. Ottawa just kicked a, 34-yard field goal, and now he's ready to tee off and kick off to the Pirates. And there's the kick. It is up. This one's going to be returnable. Caught by number 0 of the Pirates, and he's looking for blockers, finds him, cuts back out to his right, trying to find a hole, fighting for something, but the Greyhawks finally bring him down. Pretty good return there for number 0.
0 is Josh Arnsdorf.
Really?
He's also a scat back, wide receiver, flex player. Just a lot of athleticism. He has the energy, the drive, the athleticism. He can do a lot of things. I think he's going to get a lot of opportunities tonight to make something happen.
Well, you know what? I've actually had the privilege of watching Josh Arnsdorf play for the last 7 years, and I really enjoyed his performance last week against the Flames. He really put on a performance, quite a display. I think he had 2 touchdowns in that game, didn't he?
I believe he had 2. When he gets the time to get open, he'll make the play every time.
All right, so Jake Gardner breaks that huddle. He's in a shotgun formation with 2 receivers to his right and 2 to his left. Greyhawks still look to be in that 5 front, and all 5 are coming. And so Jake forces Jake to roll out right, uses the speed, throws it across the middle, off the chest of 13 again. That Robert Tufts is having a tough time catching the ball today.
I think most players this year have had a tough time catching the ball against the Greyhawks. I did look at the statistics last evening, and the Greyhawks have given up a paltry 21 points the entire season, 1 game of 14, 1 game of 7. So this defense knows exactly what they're doing.
But you know what? The performance given by Jake Gardner right there was not bad. The pressure came up the middle. He used athleticism to roll outside. He makes the pass, but unfortunately Tufts can't come down with it. But if he would have, that would have been good for a Pirates first down. But that defense of the Greyhawks is doing its job, and Jake puts him in a shotgun formation, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. There's a snap. Here comes the pressure up the middle. Quick throw outside. Intercepted on the play. Number 5 of the Greyhawks finally is still fighting for extra yardage. Bounces outside. He cuts back in. He's still on his feet, waiting for his blocker to set up. Cuts back inside. Finally gets brought down. Great job by Jevin Colbert of not only just making that interception, making the read to get it, but then the athleticism performance afterwards.
Did a lot of dancing, but I have to admire the catch. He kind of stepped in front of the throw and definitely picked off the ball and tried to do a lot to get the ball back to the end zone for the pick 6, but did get stopped by the Pirates.
So, like you were talking about earlier, I mean, this is defense have only put up 21 points all year, and they're looking very good today with that pressure from that front line. The secondary looks like they're doing their job just fine. It's Tough day for the Pirates, but a wonderful performance by that Greyhawks defense. So, the Pirates defense does come on the field. We're going to look at 1st and 10 at about the 35-yard line. And Julian Banks decides to break that huddle up, and let's see what he's doing. He's going under center again, where he's got tight ends on the right, receiver on the right, receiver on the left, I formation, and Bobby Purify in the backfield against the forefront of the Pirates. Fake handoff. Julian Banks throws it up. It's going to be a jump ball. Caught! And that is good for a Greyhawks touchdown. Number 16, Sean Boyd, makes an amazing catch in traffic to bring another 6 points to the Greyhawks table.
Yeah, that was a jump ball. He went up there and got it. I think I saw him on the basketball court last weekend.
A wonderful performance. Beautiful throw by Julian Juju Banks to Sean Boyd, who is having another wonderful season. And that brings us to 29-0 with 11 minutes, 23 seconds left in the first half. And we're getting ready for the extra point. Boy, they're scoring quick, and that's exactly what the Pirates didn't want to happen today.
I had a feeling after that last possession, the Greyhawks would be very inspired to put the ball across the goal line.
So as Bobby holds for the extra point try, he asks for the ball. There's a snap. It's down. The kick is up. It looks good to me, and the refs agree. So that's going to take it to 30-0 with 11:25 left in the second quarter. Thank you for watching Colorado Sports TV's coverage of the Colorado Greyhawks. And welcome back to ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Greyhawks as Otto Soroc takes another kick, booming out of the back of the end zone. That's going to be a touchback, and the Pirates are going to take over at the 25-yard line.
Definitely one of the stronger legs I've seen all year. He has not yet kicked one ball that did not go out of the end zone today.
That's true. He's had a very good success with his kicking in today's game. So let's see what Jake Gardner can do to answer back as this team is down 30-0 with 11:23 left in the first half. And this Greyhawks defense is putting on another phenomenal performance. And you know what? The linebackers are doing their job. The defensive backers are doing their job. But I think a majority of the success throughout this game so far has been the performance from the defensive line. That five front is making a big difference and creating a lot of havoc in the backfield for the Denver Pirates. So as Jake breaks him out of the huddle, he's going I formation, one receiver to the right, one to the left, tight end, five front for the Greyhawks. Quick handoff to the outside, and that's what that five front does. It creates a lot of hole coverage there, and it looks like he's going to lose about 2 yards on that play as he walks the stick back a couple of yards. So it's going to take us to 2nd and 12 for the Pirates.
Going back to that interception, the better push the defensive line makes, the easier it is on the cornerbacks and the safeties to read the play and step up and make that interception.
Yeah, and you're right about that. Because the pressure's coming, that forces the quarterback to get rid of it quicker than he normally would want to. And the receivers aren't always set because a lot of them are timing patterns, and the pressure is making big differences. So as Jake breaks the huddle, looks like we're going with a similar formation with heavy to the right, one receiver to the left, I formation. We got motion coming across. Handoff up the middle to number 2, and here comes that wall of gray, and there's number 21. Is that 21? Yeah, 21 of the Greyhawks takes another TFL, tackle for a loss.
Number 21 is Daniel Ramsey. And just per usual, the Greyhawks have been swarming all over the ball. The Pirates have been having difficulty gaining 2-3 yards at a time.
And you know what? I'm going to take that back. I thought that was a loss on the play, but they actually gained yardage on that play. The yards that was lost in the previous was gained back, and now we're looking at 3rd and 10 for the Pirates. The Pirates' offense needs to start putting some yardage together and a nice drive together. Otherwise, this game can get away from them very quickly. If they continue to go 3 and out, it's going to tire out that defense really quick, and come to the fourth quarter, it's going to make a world of difference. So let's see if Jake can do anything here as he goes into an I formation. One receiver to the right, heavy line, motion coming from the backfield. Here's the snap, fake handoff, pressure. Jake rolls outside. He's trying to use his feet, and he's doing it. Moves forward, finally gets brought down. Boy, that sure was a lot of running to gain a couple yards. That's going to bring us to 4th and about 8 yards on that play. But that shows that Jake Carter does have speed.
He has a lot of speed, a lot of mobility, definitely a threat on the outside edges when he can get there. When the Greyhawks let him, he can run, but they're not going to let him today.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as the defensive backs saw what was going on, they stayed home, and they didn't over-pursue. They cut back inside, was there to make the stop, and another strong performance by the Colorado Greyhawks defense. So it looks like we're going to punt, and is that Bobby? It sure is. Bobby Purify sitting right about the 45-yard lines, but there might have been a mistake. He decided to call a timeout, and as the Greyhawks take a timeout, we also will take a timeout. And thank you for watching ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Greyhawks. And welcome back to ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Greyhawks versus the Denver Pirates. And after another strong stop by the Greyhawks defense, the Pirates punts it. Is it going to be returnable? It sure is. Bobby takes it, trying to make moves. Avoids the tackles, cuts back outside, and here comes the Jets. He's turning them on, and he's got blockers in front of him, cuts back outside, and a touchdown saving tackle by number 2 of the Pirates, but that Bobby Purify sure is dangerous.
Number 2 is Eric Yaramillo, the journeyman who's also been playing running back and scat back for the Pirates on offense. He can go both ways. He's the kind of guy that shows up to practice, gives it his all. One of those true players that you don't find too often.
You know what? I had the privilege of having Eric Yaramillo play for me with the North Metro Thunder, and he is a good athlete. And he's actually a very good running back as well.
He does it all. He really does it all, and you can't ask much more of him. He listens to the coaches, and he gives it all on the field every time.
All right, so thanks to that big return by Bobby Purify, the Greyhawks have another very short field to work with as they get 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. So they can still get a first down on this drive if they want to. So Julian Banks breaks the huddle. He gets 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right, shotgun formation, forefront with the blitzing linebacker. Man, here comes the motion coming left to right, and then the quick handoff. He cuts outside, big block outside. He makes somebody miss, and here comes the wall of Pirates to finally bring him down. Looks to be a gain of about 5 yards on the play.
Yeah, I saw my favorite Pirate linebacker, Charles States III, with that tackle. Number 11 is a famous linebacker number. If you know LeVar Arrington of the Penn State Indy Lions, you know number 11 is a linebacker number.
That is very true. And you know what? I keep saying stuff like this, but I was blessed to have Charles States play for me, and he's been playing this league for about 7 years now, and every year that I was an owner, he was there with me, and I'm a big fan of Charles States myself. So Julian Banks is going to spread him out again. He's got 2 to the left, 2 to the right. He's taking motion across the middle, waiting for the snap. It's a delayed snap, most certainly. Finally, here it comes. Quick pitch outside, number 42, looking for somewhere to go, and here comes a wall of Pirates. Number 42, Cameron Smith, just had nowhere to go as the Pirates defense swarmed all over him as soon as the pitch was made.
Good to see the Pirates defensive line and secondary step up there, show a little sign of life.
Well, and it didn't look like he lost any yardage on that. Oh, yeah, he did lose a little yardage on that carry because now we're looking at 3rd and 8, and we were just working on a 2nd and 5. So as I watched Julian go into the huddle, followed behind him is number 13, Bobby Purifies on the field. And I'll tell you, I've been watching a lot of Rashad football, and usually when you see Bobby Purify get on the field, that's a good indication that he wants to score right now. And especially at 3rd and 8, I wouldn't be surprised if Julian tries to find him. Spread formation, 2 to the left, 2 to the right, 4-front defense by the Denver Pirates. Julian's waiting for the snap. There it is. He rolls out right, quick pitch out, throw out right, and it is not caught. That is an incomplete pass to number 87, Mike Cates. Drops the ball. It looked like it hit him in the hands to me.
It was going to be a tough catch. I think he heard Chris Angarado, number 6's footsteps.
So that takes us to 4th and 8. And let's see if they're deep inside the Pirates' territory. It might not be a bad idea just to go for it. Because they could lose yardage if they miss the field goal. And I think that's exactly what Rashad is trying to do. So the Colorado Greyhawks are going to go for it on 4th and 8. Julian Banks breaks that huddle. He's got 1 to the left, 3 to the right, tight end on his right. Shotgun formation against the Pirates' 4-front. Waiting for the snap is Julian, and here it comes. He's fading back, looking for something to give somebody to get open. Throws it outside. Bobby Purify lets it go through his hands. That is incomplete. That is going to be a turnover on downs. The Denver Pirates defense has finally stopped the Greyhawks.
One of the first times tonight we've seen that, but I'm sure the Pirates will take it. They will start deep in their own territory, but it's a nice sign to get that turnover on downs for once.
You know, small little statements like that can make a difference, but when you're down 30-0 with 6 minutes, 22 seconds left in the first half, a statement needs to be made by the offense of the Pirates right now.
Especially with a more important game upcoming this 7 days from today when, again, these two teams meet. Every little gesture, every statement counts. So when we see the personal flag penalties, we can't afford this because we're playing each other again soon.
Very, very true. But you know what? You did make a good point earlier. Both these teams are not going to show each other a whole lot for this game because the playoffs start next week and they're going to be playing each other. So we are watching a little bit of vanilla. But as the vanilla defense and offense are being played against each other, the Greyhawks are coming up on top with a 30-0 score. So Jake Gardner breaks that huddle, puts an I formation, 2 tight ends, receivers in left and right. You got motion coming across the field, quick handoff. Looks like he handed it off and then immediately tackled is number 2 for the Pirates.
That's Eric again. And Eric, you know, I have no envy or appreciation for watching the running backs for the Pirates today. They're getting manhandled in the backfield. I feel absolutely terrible for him.
It's that 5-front defense that's making the difference, and if you consider who's on that line, they're going to be hard to stop. But let's see, as Jake Gardner makes the substitutions in the huddle, he's letting everybody know what's going on. So it looks like we're looking at 2nd and 13 yards now. And it looks like we're going with another heavy line formation. 1 receiver to the right, 1 to the left, and an I formation with Jake Gardner under center. And look at all the Greyhawks that are in the box. You got 8 of them in the box with 5 up front immediately. Delayed handoff to the right side of the center, and he's still brought down. Eric Jaramillo makes up a little bit of what he lost, and it looks like we're going to be at 3rd and 10. Let me see where they spot that. Yep, so we're back to 3rd and 10. So we were talking earlier about the Pirates are going to have to try to make a statement here offensively. When you're at 3rd and 10 against this Greyhawks defense, it's getting time about now.
Well, I think that statement's going to come from attitude, and whether they get the first down on this play or they do not get that first down, they'll need to continue to keep their chins up and prepare for the bigger game upcoming next week.
All right, so Jake looks like he's got everybody in the huddle that he wants, and he breaks it on a big 3rd and 10 play against this strong Colorado Greyhawks defense. Jake decides to put him in a I formation. Receivers to the right, receivers to the left, dual tight ends. And the Greyhawks still have those 8 guys in the box. And it looks like they're going to send pressure up the middle on a blitz. They delay the blitz, coming from the outside hit as he throws. And 2 Greyhawks try to make the interception at the same time, end up running into each other, and that stopped the interception from happening. I hope there's not an injury on there. It looks like there's some concern. Nope, and they both pop right back up. So the pressure coming from the outside by number 44, Sean the Beast Barney. He hit Jake right as he was throwing it, and that caused the ball to pop up. And it could have been an interception, but too many guys going for the same ball right there created the breakup, and it turns out to be incomplete. Looks like he's going to have to punt from his end zone.
Yeah, that's when communication is so important. You have to call the ball. It's the difference between a turnover and an incomplete pass.
That's very true, very true. And number 13, Bobby Purify, who's had an amazing day already, is sitting at the 40-yard line hoping to be able to return this. As he makes the final substitution, it looks like both sides are just about set. And there's the snap. Here comes the punt. It's up, and is it returnable? Bouncing. Pirates do the smart thing and fall on it so that Bobby doesn't have a chance to pick it up. Number 22 of the Pirates is a smart play on that one.
Number 22 is Devin Rucker, definitely one of our younger up-and-coming players, very heads up. Almost had a fumble recovery in last week's game that was called returned by the offensive team. It wasn't a turnover officially, but he almost had that fumble recovery last week.
All right, so the Colorado Greyhawks offense is going to take over like right about the 47-yard line of the Denver Pirates. And we're looking at 4 minutes, 15 seconds left in the first half, and it's a score of 30-0. And let's see what Julian Banks decides to do with this possession. He breaks the huddle up, and it looks like we're going to that heavy line idea again. Dual tight ends, receiver to the left, one to the right, I formation. Pirates look to be in the forefront. Julian's waiting for the snap. He gets it. Quick handoff. Running back moves the ball forward. Gain of about 5 to 6 yards on that play. You know, he just found an opening in there, and he took advantage because the fullback didn't even have a chance to block anybody.
Well, like you mentioned earlier, Marcus is definitely a strong talent. I think he could obviously start on most any CFC team, and he just uses athleticism to muscle through and make something out of nothing.
Okay, you know what? I just got a text from the head coach of the Colorado Greyhawks, Dennis York, and I might have been a little wrong about the playoff scenario. They're not going divisional; they're going conference. So there's the handoff up the middle, tackled eventually, but that run is going to be good. No, it's going to be about 1 yard short of the first down. So it's going to take it to 3rd and short. So what Dennis is telling me is that they're going conference out of divisions. So the number 1 seed is going to take the number 4 seed, which is where the Pirates are sitting. And the number 2 seed will take the number 3 seed in the conference. So that's how, no matter what happens to this game right now, the Pirates are in 4th seed. The Greyhawks are on first seed. And that's why they're playing each other next week for the first divisional playoff game of the 2015 season for the Colorado Football Conference. Julian Banks breaks up this huddle, and he's got 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left, I formation, tight end, takes a snap, quick hand off to the big fullback, and he's rumbling, stumbling, trying to northern people over, and that's going to be good enough for a Colorado Greyhawks first down. Always fun to watch the big man run.
I thought that was a dump truck, and that's exactly who you want on the field in that type of scenario. That's the personnel for the job. You need 6 to 12 inches. He's going to get that for you most every time.
Yep, good, strong running performance by number. Boy, that jersey's all crinkled up there. Is that 99 or 90?
Looks like 90.
Yep, that is number 90. John West of the Colorado Greyhawks, playing O-line, D-line, and fullback. This guy's been busy today. Julian Banks spreads them out. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Shotgun formation. Pirates are in a 4-3 defense. Julian asks for the snap. He gets it. Quick handoff up the middle. Tackled right away on the play by number, was that 39?
39 is one of our more exciting linebackers, Garrett Worcester, a new addition. I believe he played most recently for the Thunder.
All right, that brings us to the 2-minute warning with the score of 30-0 Greyhawks over the Pirates. And as they take a break, we'll take a break. And thank you for watching ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Greyhawks. And welcome back to ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Greyhawks. We're looking at a score of 30-0 with 2 minutes left in the first half. And 2nd and 8 for the Colorado Greyhawks offense. And Julian Banks looks like he wants to be in a shotgun formation, but for some reason the refs are holding the ball and they finally allow him to go. No, he's holding that ball for some reason. I wonder what the situation is. It's delaying the game. But everybody looks like they're set and ready. And he's got tight set receivers, 2 to the left, 2 to the right, in a shotgun formation against the Pirates. Forefront takes the snap, rolls outside to his left, waiting for something to happen, throws the ball deep. Caught! Did he get that foot down? He did, and that is good for a Colorado Greyhawks. Wait, he put his hands in the air like it was a touchdown, and it wasn't. It was a first down.
5 yards out.
Yeah, he was 5 yards away from the end zone. I'm watching the ref thinking it's a touchdown, but he was definitely short. But that was another great catch and throw for the Colorado Greyhawks.
Yeah, that was a beautiful reception. I'm not sure if they're teaching these Greyhawks players ballet, but that's the type of catch we're seeing on the out of bounds lines.
Yeah, they're doing great jobs, these receivers. Was that number 3 who made that catch? Yeah, I think it sure was. That's DeAmbrose Finch, a longtime CFC veteran. And at 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. Oh, is that the 8-yard line? No, that's the... Yeah, it looked to be at the 4-yard line, actually. Julian Banks decides to go heavy line, one receiver to the right. Quick handoff up the middle, number 28, Marcus Hubert, as he pushes forward. The hands go up, and that's another touchdown for the Colorado Greyhawks. Number 28, Marcus Hubert, pushed the ball over the line, taking us to 36-0 with 1:33 left in the first half. Boy, this Colorado Greyhawks team looks amazing.
Yeah, they look really sensational. This is a likely indicator of next week's performance. They just come to play every time. Again, they're very veteran. They have a lot of talent, a lot of athleticism. Very difficult to play against.
Well, and you know, watching the Pirates last week and seeing the offense that was called against the Flames and watching what they're doing this week, it's very similar offense. So I think Tyrone Boltman, the offensive coordinator, correct, for
Yes.
the Denver Pirates, isn't showing all of his cards today. I think he's probably waiting a little bit for next week when it really counts. Snap is down, kick is up, it looks good to me, and the refs agree. So that takes us to 37-0 with 1:33 left in the first half. Thank you for watching ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Greyhawks. And welcome back to ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Greyhawks as Addis Sirach approaches the ball and he kicks it, and it's another long line drive, but this one's returnable. And the returner takes it, and he's got a wall of defenders in front of him, puts on his jets, finally gets brought down. I couldn't see the number on that returner.
That's actually our youngest player, 18 years of age, number 18 as well, Tanner Schnurr. Carried the ball forward almost to the 40-yard line. A very good return, all things considered.
Yeah, and he actually showed some patience waiting for his blocks. As soon as he had him, he burst on the speed. But, of course, there's a great jersey there to stop him like there has been all day long against these Denver Pirates. So, as the Pirates take over on offense at their own 36-yard line, let's see, this is probably one of the best field positions they've had all day.
It is, and the question is, do you push or do you pull back on the reins and try to live to fight another day, i.e. second half?
Well, they might be pushing because he sends two receivers to the right, two to the left. He fades back, delayed handoff up the middle against that Greyhawks 5 front. It just does nothing but lose yardage, and that looks like about a loss of about 5 yards, doesn't it?
It was not a gain, Eric. It was not a gain.
It definitely was not a gain. And there looks to be an injury on the field. I can't see if it's a Greyhawk or a Pirate. It's definitely a Pirate. Let me see if we can catch a number. Number 76.
That's Occhiato, Anthony.
And the center, it looks like he's down. And, of course, Anthony Occhiato is going to be worried with number 78, Don Occhiato, is slow to get up. That's a father-son duo. And you know what? They are both so blessed to be able to play with each other. How often can a father and son play football together?
It's one of the few times I've seen it. The best part that I like about watching them play is they do communicate well, and there's a lot of back and forth between the two as they learn more about the game and learn more about themselves.
All right, so the Pirates have decided to go ahead and take a timeout, and as they take a timeout, we will take a timeout. And thank you for watching ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Greyhawks. And welcome back to ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Greyhawks. And it looked like they called the timeout to see if they can get Don Occhiato back on the field, but he's not ready. So they got a new center in there, and that could create some problems for an offense. But quick pitch outside. The center exchange is good, but here comes that wall of Greyhawks. Is the ball down? Everybody's fighting for something down there. And nope, they're calling a stop for the clock. And it is a turnover. The Colorado Greyhawks force a fumble recovery on the play with 1 minute, 5 seconds left in the first half. The Colorado Greyhawks defense recovers the fumble, and they're going to have another short field to work with 1:05 left. They can still score.
Well, you know, Eric, that was literally the worst thing that could have happened at that time. We discussed a few moments ago between laying off the reins and pulling back to live again to fight another day, and here we are on the doorstep of one more score before the half.
And, you know, with that being said, I want to let everybody know that because the Colorado Football Conference works off of an NCAA rule book, modified, the only modifications are really down by contact. And, yeah, that's about the only major modification. But there is a mercy rule in the NCAA rules. When there's a 45-point spread we go to a running clock, and with 1 minute 5 seconds left in the first half, the Pirates are in danger of running into a running clock. All right, Julian Banks is looking to pass it, and he throws it, bounces off a receiver and a defender, and hits the ground. That's an incomplete pass. That's exactly what the Pirates don't need, because that stops the clock with 59.2 seconds left in the first half. Interesting throw there. The receiver or the defender weren't expecting that, because it bounced off of both of them.
Quentin McCoy, number 35 for the Pirates, didn't see the ball coming. It bounced off his chest. I think it was too good to be true. He wouldn't have believed it if he caught it.
All right. So as Julian Banks decides to break the huddle, he's spreading them out, and it looks like the Greyhawks want to score again. And we've got 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Bobby Purify in the backfield. Julian is asking for the snap against the forefront defense of the Denver Pirates. He gets it. He fades back. He's looking to his left, throws it across the middle, deep, incomplete. Pretty good coverage on that play by number 27 of the Pirates. Kept the receiver from coming inside.
27 is John Krabari, another one of our younger defensive studs. A lot to learn, but he's a quick learner, thankfully, and he should progress for many years inside the Pirates organization, we expect.
All right, so that takes us to 3rd and 10 with 52.7 seconds left in the first half. And from all indications so far, it looks like these Greyhawks are not trying to get a first down. It looks like they're trying to put points on the board right now.
I have to respect that attitude. You play to win the game, and 3 or 7 is nice, but if you can still get 7, why not go for it?
So Julian Banks spreads them out, 2 to his left, 2 to the right. Forefront defense for the Denver Pirates takes the snap. Delayed handoff up the middle to Bobby Purify, and he is brought down immediately by number 22 of the Pirates. Am I reading that number right?
I saw 51, Ryan Duman, make the play.
Oh, no, I definitely saw number 22 in there as well. So Devin Rucker made a little play there. So now we're looking at 4th and long. Looks to be about 4th and 13 for the Greyhawks. And so they want to figure out what they're going to do, so they call a timeout. And as they take a break, we also will take a break. And thank you for watching ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Greyhawks. And welcome back to ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Greyhawks. And it looks like we're going for a very long field goal. This will be a 50-yard attempt by Otto Sirach. Snap is down. The kick is up. It looks long enough. It looks good to me. And the refs disagree. It looks like it might have been right. So as they tried to put points on the board, that leaves 37.6 seconds left on the clock for the Pirates to try to do something. And if they were able to put some points up here, it sure would help their cause.
It'll start with the return, but going back to that kick, the kick had the distance, just a little wide to the right there, but it shows Sirach's strength. And he does have accuracy, but that was just such a distant kick, it was very difficult to make.
All right, so let's see if the Pirates decide to try to air it out as well and put some points on the board. Wait a minute. There we go. Here comes Jake Gardner running onto the field. And he calls out his play to his line.
Well, Jake's a really great leader for the Pirates, and I think attitude is key, as we mentioned earlier. Going into halftime, it's going to be about how the Pirates digest the first half and move forward into the second, and more importantly, move into next week's playoff matchup.
Well, Jake is going under center with receiver to the right and to the left. The Greyhawks are crowding that line, and they push forward early. Blowing the whistle stops the clock. Flag is in the air. Let's see what the ref decides to call this.
Right of the snap, offside, defense, number 29, 5-yard penalty, first down.
So, offsides penalty on the Greyhawks, which gives the Pirates another 5-yard gain with 36.4 seconds left in the first half. Score of 37-0. And you know what? I couldn't tell what Jake was trying to do with that play because there was such a big rush going in there.
Well, what you're noticing again is the outcome of Don Occhiota not being present in the game. It's crucial when your center's playing versus when he's not playing.
You are correct about that. Don is still on the sideline, you can see.
It looks like Josiah Rhodes is taking the center snaps.
Okay, so Jake goes under center. Oh, and another flag, a bunch of early jumpers by the Colorado Greyhawks. But let's see who the referees decide to call it on here.
Josiah Rhodes is one of the Pirates' senior linemen.
Offside, defense, number 29, 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
So that's 2 offsides in a row for the Colorado Greyhawks defense, which results into a first down for the Denver Pirates. So with 36.4, with very little time killed on the clock, the Pirates are driving due to penalties.
They'll take it. They'll take it every time, Eric.
You're right about Josiah Rhodes. Another guy that's been with me for a very, very long time. Very strong, very athletic, and you're right, he is versatile.
Yeah, he can play any position on the line. He has the size. He has the athleticism, and again, which we really value in the Pirates organization, he has the attitude.
All right, so looks like we're going with Jake staying under center, but he's spreading those receivers out, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Single back formation, 5 front by the Greyhawks. And waiting for the snap. And Jake's doing a pretty good job of drawing them offside so far. Let's see if he can do it again. Delaying that snap, doing his best to draw them off, but the Greyhawks aren't playing, and then finally the whistle's blown. Clock is stopped.
Timeout, Pirates.
Pirates tried to draw them offside, just could not do that. Before they get a delay of game, decided to take a timeout. And again, as they take one, we'll take one. Thank you for watching ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Greyhawks. And as we return from the timeout, the Pirates decide to go ahead and take a knee, and that is going to bring an end to the first half with a score of 37-0. Greyhawks over the Pirates. We'll see you after we get back. Thank you for watching ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Greyhawks. And welcome back to ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Greyhawks. After the first half, the score is 37-0, Greyhawks over the Pirates. And since the Pirates took possession in the first half, the Pirates will be kicking to the Greyhawks in the start of the second half. And as the Greyhawks slowly get onto the field, we might have to have a delay for the timekeeper, but he just showed up, so I think we're in good shape. And kicker for the Pirates looks like he's ready. The Pirates look ready. The Greyhawks don't. The halftime has been over for about a minute or two now, and we're still waiting to get everything set up. Tried to get some information on center Don Occhiato, but unfortunately I couldn't find anything out, and we're hoping for the best for him. But it did look like it was a bit of a back injury. So it looks like we're all queued up to start the second half, and there's the kick, and it is deep. A nice, beautiful kick. Caught right in the back of the end zone, coming to the 5, to the 10. Looking for blockers, takes it to the 20, the 25 to the 30, the 35 to the 40. He's got a wall blocker and finally brought down. Ball's going to be spotted. Let's see where the refs decide to stop. Right, it looks like we're at the 49-yard line. Beautiful kick return. That wasn't Bobby. I couldn't see who that was.
I think it was Marcus.
Was it 28, Marcus Hubert on the return? I mean, he took that deep in his own end zone and turned on the Jets to make something happen.
Questionable taking it out of the end zone, but he made that decision look very right.
And you know, when you've got a wall of blockers like the Greyhawks do, it's hard to not make a bad decision, because they were definitely there giving him room to run.
Looked like a storm cloud.
Yeah, absolutely. So looks like Bobby's in the huddle, and now he's coming out, tapping out to number 42 of the Greyhawks, and that's Cameron Smith. So Julian Banks breaks the huddle. Looks like he's going I formation with two receivers to his left. I'm sorry, it's a tight end. One receiver to his right, one to his left, two dual tight ends. I formation, forefront for the Pirates. Handoff at the middle. Tackled pretty quickly by number 51. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, number 51 of the Pirates.
51's right side defensive end Ryan Doom, and one of our larger players. Usually a terror for the quarterbacks.
Yeah, but against this offensive line of the Greyhawks, the whole defensive line of the Pirates have had a hard time creating pressure. And even when they have, the athleticism of Julian Banks has been able to avoid it.
Oh, they can't stop Julian. They would need 20 players to stop Julian.
So Julian Banks breaks that huddle. Sends one receiver to his right, one to his left, dual tight ends, I formation, quick handoff to the fullback. The ball's on the ground, recovered by the Pirates. Looks like number 51 recovers, and that's a turnover for the Denver Pirates. And when you're down 37-0 at the start of the second half, that's exactly what you need from your defense.
Yeah, I think Ryan heard us talking about him up here. His ears must have been burning because he fell right on top of that rock, and that's a Pirates turnover.
It certainly is. So that's going to bring Jake Gardner back on the field, unless they've made a change. No, I can't see who the quarterback is. And here he comes. And it looks like we do have a change. Number 1, Ian Cross, longtime CFC veteran, is coming back in. I wonder what's going on there with Jake.
Well, I'm hoping that he's just taking a breather, maybe going through some coaching, but it's also good to shuffle the cards. Ian's a great quarterback, and at this point in the game, let's give him a shot.
All right, so Ian decides to spread them out. He's got two receivers to the left, two to the right, single back formation. The Greyhawks have switched to a forefront. Quick handoff. He cuts outside, number 2 does, and finally gets brought down by another wall of Greyhawks. And it's hard to call an individual Greyhawks in this defense so far. Number 11, Jimmy Provost, was there on the tackle along with a couple of other guys.
Well, they swarm like Greyhawks normally do. It's like you're out in the ocean and there's a little piece of fish. They're on top of it before you even know it.
Absolutely. So Ian Cross comes to the huddle with the play call, and you're looking at about second and, about 7 yards to go with 13 minutes, 34 seconds left in the third quarter, clock ticking. They might let Ian throw. They're going shotgun formation with 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Greyhawks are still in that forefront. Here comes the pressure. Ian finally releases the ball. Incomplete. He just couldn't connect. The pressure on the play provided by number 35 of the Greyhawks, Weldon Gilroy. Weldon is another longtime CFC veteran, and he's got a good reputation of creating havoc as a defensive player, and that is why he creates pressure.
Would you say most of these Greyhawk players have been in the league 3 to 6, 7 years?
You know what? That's very true for most of them, except for Julian Banks. Julian Banks was a CFC rookie last year, and they didn't give awards out last year, but he would have got my vote for Rookie of the Year because it was a pretty amazing performance. So let's see what Ian Cross does as he breaks the huddle. He's staying in the shotgun, and this time he's spreading 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left, and now we're motioning number 18 across to the other side. Yep, they certainly are. It could be a little bit of confusion. Greyhawks looks to still be in that forefront. And Ian looks set. He asks for the snap. He gets it. He fades back. And here comes the pressure from the defensive line. Throwing deep. Bobbled again by 2 defenders, stopping the interception. That's going to take us to 4th down, 4th and 8 for the Denver Pirates. And again, the Colorado Greyhawks defense holds up.
They hold up under pressure, and they make the play.
Absolutely. So it looks like we're the punters coming on the field, and we've got to change that punt returner. Number 24 of the Greyhawks is Marcus Lennox. He's going to give it a shot and see if he can match the performance that Bobby Purify gave in the first half. So we've got some late substitutions here by the Greyhawks, but they finally get their act together, and it looks like we're ready to go. Yep. And the punter seems ready. The snap is there. The punt is up. It is going towards the sideline, and it does go out before anybody can recover it. And that means the Colorado Greyhawks are going to take over right at about their own 30-yard line. So as we switch sides, we'll take a quick break. Thank you for watching ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Greyhawks. And welcome back to Colorado Sports TV's coverage of the Colorado Greyhawks. As Julian Bank is still at quarterback, we've got to change at fullback, and we've got an I formation with 2 receivers, 1 to the right, 1 to the left. Handoff up the middle. He gets Bobby Purified, bounces off of tacklers, cuts back inside, finally gets brought down. That was a whole lot of running for about a 5 or 6 yard gain. Bobby Purified ran into a wall of defenders and bounced right off of it.
Yeah, and young number 90, Michael Thompson, one of our larger defensive linemen, stood up and made the play.
So a good carry on that takes us to 2nd and 5 with 12 minutes and 33 seconds of a running clock going on right now as Julian Banks decides to huddle it up. And you know what, why not? They don't need to go to that no-huddle offense anymore when they've got a score like 37-0. So Julian Banks looks like he's going under center. He's got 3 receivers to his left. I formation. The Pirates are in the forefront. He asks for the snap. He gets it. Hands off up the middle. To the right side goes the runner. Gain of about 4 yards. So we're going to be looking at 3rd and 1 for the Colorado Greyhawks. And I'll tell you what, if you are a Denver Pirate right now, you're really hoping for a stop.
You need a stop. The defense carrying over from the first half is obviously still fatigued, and it looks like the Greyhawks have no other indication of stopping the run.
You know what, you're right about that. The Greyhawks seem to be running at will. And let's see what Julian Banks decides to do here at a 3rd and 1 with 11 minutes, 28 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. He is going to stay under center, I formation, 1 receiver to the right, 1 to the left, dual tight ends, quick handoff up the middle, pushes through by Bobby Purify is good enough for a Colorado Greyhawks 1st down. And you know what? You kind of got to respect the way the Greyhawks are doing here. They were trying to put points up at the end of the half, but they see the score, what's going on. They see what's happening. They've just been running the whole time. They haven't tried to throw.
Well, it's working. Secondly, there's a bit of showmanship. The Greyhawks are being good sports, and at this point with the larger game upcoming in 7 days, it does no good for the Greyhawks to show their hand further and open it up.
Well, I'll tell you what I noticed walking off the sideline was number 13, Bobby Purify, and he was holding the back of his neck pretty hard. He might have tweaked something there. So losing a player like Bobby Purify. You know, I didn't hear that. Did you?
I did not hear the call.
I did not, but it's still 1st and 10 for the Colorado Greyhawks. And Bobby Purify is still taking a knee on the sideline. But he looks to be okay. Curious to see if they'll play him any more of this game if he's got a tweak somewhere in his neck. I formation, fake handoff, Julian Banks throwing it deep, and nobody is there. That's going to take us to 2nd and 10. It looks like him and the receiver just were not quite on the same page there. But, you know, a lot of times we see a pass looks overthrown. It could be that, you know, they just weren't connecting the receiver and the quarterback.
Well, it looked like everything was in the right motion. I think they probably were on the same page, but a different chapter.
Same book, different chapter. That's absolutely true. So I think it's 2nd and 10. 10 minutes, 20 seconds on the clock. The incompletion stops the clock. And Julian Banks is calling the play in the huddle. And here they go. They're breaking it now. And it looks like he's got another heavy line formation. Dual tight ends. One receiver to his right, one to his left. The Pirates are now looks to be in a 5 front. Taking a page from the Greyhawks. And here comes the pressure up. But there comes the running back up the middle. Brought down quick. Short gain on the play of about 2 yards. Looks like number 39 was in on the tackle for the Pirates.
Yeah, that was Worcester. As usual, he has his nose right in the play. A great linebacker who always reads and recovers, gets his face right up in front.
So big 3rd down play here for the Denver Pirates defense with 10 minutes and clicking left on the clock. They definitely, if they want to try to get back in this game, they need to do it quickly.
Well, they have just the tools to do it right now. They're bringing on electricity. It should be Anthony Rankin coming on to field the punt. If not Anthony, probably Robert Tufts or Eric Yaramillo.
Well, you know, I really don't think they're going to field a punt on 3rd down. So Julian Banks is going to go under center in an I formation. He's got one receiver to the left. There's one far out to his right. Another dual tight end set. So let's see what they decide to do on 3rd and 8. Julian asks for the snap. He gets the phase back. Quick toss across the middle. Number 19 catches it, making people bounce off of him. That's going to be good enough for a Greyhawks 1st down. Number 19, longtime CFC veteran tight end Ryan Horn. And something happened at the end of that play that caused 4 or 5 flags to go in the air. So we might have another personal foul because that was definitely after the play. So let them discuss, and here comes the white hat to tell us what happened here. Oh, they're still making a discussion there, so I didn't see a personal foul myself.
I missed it, but I just wanted to acknowledge I did have a chance to sit.
So 2 personal unsportsmanlike conducts, one against the Pirates, one against the Greyhawks, will result in no penalties because they will offset. But that does go on the board there as a unsportsmanlike conduct. If those players get one more, they will be ejected and suspended from the next game. So let's hope everybody can keep their heads as Julian Banks gets under center in an I formation with 2 receivers to the left and tight end on the right. The Pirates are still in that 5 front, and let's see if they can make a difference. Julian is ready for the snap. He gets it. Quick handoff up the middle. Cuts back inside. Fighting for extra yards. He's bouncing off of tacklers. Trying to make something happen. Stiff arms and finally brought down. Is that 28 again? Marcus Hubert? It sure is. Running strong and hard. Making people miss. Beautiful run by Marcus Hubert.
Yeah, he's something else. I've been watching him the whole game. He doesn't stop his legs. He keeps them pumping, and I think that's why he breaks so many tackles.
That's a very good point, and that is true. And, you know, the Pirates, the only thing to do to combat that is to wrap up strong, but he was able to bounce off some of those arm tackles and gain some extra yardage, so that's going to bring us to 1st and 10 on the 23-yard line. And Julian Banks looks like he's going to stay in that same formation with a heavy line tight end on the right, 2 receivers to the left. Pirates have switched back. No, they're still in that 5 front defense, and here comes the pressure. Quick pass out to number 16. He's got a blocker ahead of him. Cuts back inside, and there's the Pirates defense to finally force him out of bounds. Looks to be about a gain of about 9 yards on that play. So quick little pitch out pass results in 9 yards and going to bring us to 2nd and 1. Well, I might be wrong on that. It looks like it was an 8-yard gain. So it takes a 2nd and 2 with 7 minutes, 29 seconds and ticking on the clock. Julian Banks is breaking that huddle up, and now we're sending the tight end to the left. Yep, tight end's going to go on the left side. 2 receivers on the right side. I formation. Pirates are back to a 4 front, and here comes the creeping linebacker. Quick handoff up the middle, cuts outside, forces over the goal line, and that is a Greyhawks touchdown. Number 28, Marcus Hubert, putting another 6 points on the board for the Greyhawks to take us to 43-0 with 6 minutes, 51 seconds left to go. It looks like the referees have decided to stick with the running clock. Yeah, they're not. I thought it was supposed to be a 45-point spread, but they're stopping it. They decided to do it at a 43-point spread.
Well, you know, Marcus,
yeah, maybe it's a 40-point spread.
Slashed right through the Pirates defense. Very effective on the run.
Yeah, you know, it was the line that made that difference because that gap opened up, and that offensive line made it to the second level, which gave him the ability to only have to miss the secondary, and he did what he had to do to force his way through. So, yes, it is officially a running clock with 6 minutes and 11 seconds and ticking with a score 43-0. The kick is up. It looks good to me, and the refs agree. So that's going to take us to 44-0 with 6 minutes and ticking left in the third quarter. And as we take a break for the kickoff, I'll also take a break. Thank you for watching ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Greyhawks. And welcome back to ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Greyhawks. After a pretty good running performance by the Greyhawks, they had one good pass to get them the first down, but the performance of Marcus Hubert in that drive resulted in 6 more points for the Colorado Greyhawks. It takes us to 44-0. The timekeeper did come in and inform us that, yes, he spoke to the referees, and they said they wanted a 40-point spread to go to a running clock. So the rest of the second half really could go pretty quickly as we're looking at 4 minutes and 27 seconds and ticking left in the third quarter. Otis Rock looks like he's about ready. The Pirates look like they're about ready, so he creeps up to the ball and he gives it a good boot. But this is going to be returnable. Anthony Rankin gets it. Number 10 is looking, bounces outside to his left and gets wrapped up. Tackle on the play. Made by can you see that for me?
Looks like that's number 7.
No. Number 3 on the tackle is DeAmbrose Finch. Anthony tried to make something by cutting outside, but DeAmbrose did his job and stayed at home and made the tackle. And the Pirates have a long way to go and short time to get there. And with 3 minutes, 44 seconds on the clock, they're going to get the ball right at about the 16, their own 16-yard line.
Well, it was a beautiful tackle by Finch. He read the play and was very aggressive in wrapping up and bringing the runner down from the Pirates.
That's very true. So let's see. Did you see which quarterback went into the huddle?
No, let me take a look here. Looks like it's still Ian Cross, so.
Yep, it sure is. Ian is taking the helm. And, of course, he's going to spread them out. He puts 2 to the left, 2 to the right. He's got a running back for protection. The Greyhawks are in a 4-3 defense. And pass outside is complete and tackled immediately by number 11, Jimmy the Predator Provost. The number 0, Josh Arnsdorf, is not affected by the hit. And that's almost good enough for a Pirates first down. But good to finally see Josh Arnsdorf get involved.
Well, he's an Energizer Bunny. You can't keep him down for too long, and that was actually one of the stronger offensive plays for the Pirates in tonight's game. So
as Ian Cross breaks the huddle, it looks like he's sticking with that same spread formation. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Shotgun forefront by the Greyhawks. Takes a snap. He's fading back. Quick pass out, and there's number 0 again. Josh Arnsdorf gets that first down, and he's ready to keep going. And it looks like they're trying to be in a hurry up here, and they need to be.
Well, I've seen some crazy things happen, but I don't know if I've seen a comeback of this magnitude before with such little time to go in the game.
Oh, no, they do decide to huddle up. So as Ian Cross breaks the huddle, he's same formation. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Greyhawks are still in the forefront. Defensive end standing. Yeah, here comes the blitzer in the middle, and here he comes. Quick pass outside, and it's incomplete. The pressure does its job, but there is a flag on the play as number 5 of the Grizzlies is putting his, of the Greyhawks is putting his hands in the air to wonder what is happening. So did Justin Colbert hold receiver? Let's see what the white hat has to say.
Hold. Defense number 5. 10-yard penalty. Automatic. First down.
So that is a holding penalty against the Colorado Greyhawks. That puts 5 more yards on there. Actually, was that 10 yards? That is a 10-yard penalty. That's going to give the Pirates a first down, and they needed that.
Again, they'll take it every time. It's unfortunate it's under these circumstances, but yardage is yardage.
You know, even at this late stage with the running clock down by 44, with Ian Cross in there and it's the starting receivers, even if they are able to put points on the board, it's still a pretty good statement for the Pirates going into next week.
They'll take it.
Ian Cross is under center, asks for motion, fights back, pitch outside, number 2, Eric Adamillo, and there's that wall of Greyhawks defense bringing him down. It's going to be a good loss on the play, loss of about 4 or 5 yards, looks. No, I'm sorry, 3 yards on that play. So it's going to take you 2nd and 13 for Ian Cross.
Eric's definitely getting a lot more carries in this game than he's normally used to. Normal starting running back Darren Jones is not present for tonight's game, so Eric's going to get his lion's share of action.
You know what and since the running clock, that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter. So as the refs take a break to switch sides, we will also take a break. Thank you for watching ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Greyhawks. And welcome back to ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Greyhawks. The Pirates are trying to make something happen here with the start of the fourth quarter. So he decides to spread them out, 2 to the right, 2 to the left, shotgun formation. And here comes the traffic from the Greyhawks. He rolls outside right, throws it across the middle, caught, and brought down immediately. Gain of about 4 yards on that play. I can't see the receiver. That is number 10, Anthony Rankin.
Mr. Pirate himself also Mr. Reliable. If that ball is going in his direction, he usually will make the play. And when he does catch that ball, again, watch out for the end zone because that's where he's going to go.
All right, so we're still running that clock, and now we're at 14:30 left in the game, 44-0.
Definitely been a very challenging game tonight, Eric. The Greyhawks show exactly why they're so dominant. Last year's reigning champion, they're looking to do it again this year, and if they continue to play like this, I really see no way or reason they won't repeat as champion.
Okay, so he's fading back, throwing it deep outside of the right, and incomplete. Anthony Rankin was able to touch it, but it was pretty far outside, and that's an incomplete pass. Normally that would stop the clock, but not when you're down by 44 points and we're still running the clock here. And it looks like we've got a player down. Oh, the Greyhawks have an injury.
Sorry, couldn't understand you.
Let's see. I can't see who that is.
The first half was just about 10 gigs, so probably.
So I'll tell you what, as we take a break for the injury, we'll also take a break. Thank you for watching ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Greyhawks. And welcome back to ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Greyhawks. Number 35, Weldon Gilroy, needed help to get up off the field. The medic is attending to him, but that doesn't stop being crossed for throwing it deep. And it's short, and that's going to be another incomplete pass. That's going to take us to 4th and 10. Watching Weldon come off the field, it looks like he's putting weight on both legs, and it really beginning to look like a back injury. So as the medic treats him, we'll see if we can figure out what's going on with Weldon.
Not back.
Yeah, it doesn't look back at all. I wonder what it is.
Too easy for back.
He's staying off that left leg a little bit.
Well, whatever the injury is, he did walk very, very gingerly off the field. I hope that he is okay.
I do as well. So, I guess that was 4th down. I'm sorry, I thought that was 3rd down. So, it looks like the Colorado Greyhawks have taken over on offense. And Julian Banks is going to put them in another I formation with dual tight ends, receiver to the left, receiver to the right. I can't see who the running back is, and the Pirates are back to the forefront defense, a 4-3. So Julian asks for the snap, handoff up the middle to the fullback, number 40, and he fights. He keeps fighting and fighting and fighting and gets about 5 yards on the play. And if I'm not mistaken, that's James Yeager, long-time CFC veteran. Plowing forward and making things happen. And now you're looking at 2nd and 5 with 12 minutes and ticking on the clock.
I thought James was also a linebacker.
James Yeager has played linebacker. He's played. You're right about that, and he's played fullback in this league. But you know what? James Yeager is a phenomenal linebacker. But the Greyhawks are loaded with phenomenal linebackers right now. So I'm sure he's happy just to be on the field doing whatever he can. And he's in that fullback formation. Julian Banks fakes the handoff, rolls out to his left. Is he going to throw it? He is, and he gets it off there. It looks good to me. The catch looks good. Runs out of bounds. And that is a catch to number
16, looks like.
Number 16 is Sean Boyd, having another good day with 11 minutes, 11 seconds, and running. That's a good for a Colorado Greyhawks first down. So, yeah, Julian Banks has made some very good throws today.
Yeah, he's made some heads-up plays, very smart on the field, doesn't force the issue, but he has been helped by a lot of talent as well. Like you mentioned, the receivers for the Greyhawks have been pretty heads-up as well.
Yeah, they sure have. You know what I really like is his release. He's got a really quick release when he throws that ball. I formation, tight ends to the left, 2 receivers to the right. The Pirates are crowding that line. There's the snap, handoff up the middle, and the running back is fighting for extra yardage and finally gets brought down. I couldn't see if that was Marcus Hubert or not. It looks like, is that 42? Yeah, number 42 is Cameron Smith on the carry. It's going to take us to second and 3, it looks to be. So Julian breaking that huddle. Looks like we're going to stay in that I formation. Tight ends and 2 wide receivers to the right. Pirates look to stay in that 4-3 defense. And let's see what they do here. Julian looks ready. He's ready for the snap. They give it to him. Fades back. Handoff outside to the left. Tackled, but he looks to me like he's gained enough for the first down. Let's see where the spot is. Who was the carrier?
That was Cameron Smith again.
Heavy doses of Cameron Smith for the Denver Pirates results in a 3rd and short. They're not giving him the first down, but it's got to be less than a yard to go on that. So here we go at 3rd down. Same formation. Nope, we're going to move Justin Jones all the way to the left. And we've got number 16, Sean Boyd, to the right. I formation, snap to the fullback. He's pushing forward. He's got enough for the first down. Finally gets brought down. That's James Yeager. He's a hard guy to bring down.
He's not small.
Yeah, he's a very stocky fullback, and he did his job right there.
I thought they were going to bring back in number 90, John West, the biggest player on the field, or at least one of the biggest players on the field.
You know, John West is interesting because he not only does he play fullback, he plays offensive line, he plays defensive line, he can play defensive tackle, he can play defensive end. But it's nice to have a player like that on your team that you can move around. So with 8 minutes, 22 seconds and ticking, the Greyhawks have the ball. It looks that they can still get a first down, so they look to have it right at about the 11-yard line. I formation to the left, quick fade back, throws it to the corner, jump ball. Looks like he didn't come down with it. Incomplete pass. And now we're down to 7 minutes, 57 seconds and ticking. So it looks like that was number 9, wasn't I right?
Yeah, that's Justin Jones. The attempt was there. It looks like Frank Armento, number 29 for the Pirates, broke it up, but it was very, very close. It just slipped out at the last second.
So number 3 for the Greyhawks is running on the field. That's DeAmbrose Finch. DeAmbrose is another one of those multi-purpose players. He can play DB, he can play wide receiver, and he's already had great plays today. And they're setting him on an island all by himself to the left. I formation with Sean Boyd sitting there to the right. Julian Banks goes under center. Tight ends on the field. Forefront for the Pirates. Quick handoff to number 45. Results in a positive gain. Am I right? Was that 45? No.
I think it was 42 again.
Yeah, I think you are right. I think it was 42 again. Yep, Cameron Smith is getting his fair carries here in the late stages of the game, as we're still 44-0 with now 6 minutes and 48 seconds left in the game. So the Greyhawks are doing the right thing. You just keep running the ball, huddling up for a while, let that clock tick. Clock is definitely on their side right now, so why not just run out as much as you possibly can?
It's been a running clock, that's true, Eric. But still, that being said, the time of possession for the Greyhawks has been really impressive.
Yeah, it sure has. Mainly by the performance by this defense, keeping the Pirates' offense off the field. So I formation, receivers left and right, tight ends, forefront for the Pirates. There's the snap. Julian's rolling out. He's looking to throw it. Cuts back inside. Quick pitch. Caught by number 15, Sean Boyd. That is another 6 point. I'm sorry, number 16, Sean Boyd. That's another touchdown for the Colorado Greyhawks. And that's that quick release I was telling you about. He snaps that thing back from his shoulder so fast and hard to defend against that.
He makes it look pretty easy. It's just a little flick of the wrist and the ball's already in the receiver's hands.
So that takes us to 50-0 with 5 minutes, 43 seconds and ticking left in the game. And the Greyhawks are going to handle this game just fine. So Otto Sirach is getting ready. Bobby's holding it, and we're going to try for that extra point attempt.
I'm worried with all these touchdowns and extra point attempts, his leg's going to fall off, Eric.
He's had plenty in his career and hasn't fallen off yet. So let's see. It looks like the Pirates are set. The Greyhawks are set. Bobby asks for the snap. He gets it. It's down. The kick is up. It looks good to me, and the refs agree. That's going to take us to 51-0 with 5 minutes and ticking. And as they take a break to set for the kickoff, I will take a break. Thank you for watching ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Greyhawks. And welcome back to ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Greyhawks. After a long drive and then a pass by Julian Banks to Sean Boyd that puts the score of 51-0, Greyhawks over the Pirates with 3 minutes, 54 seconds and counting on the clock. Otto Sirach is teeing up, getting ready to kick it off. And it looks like we're back with Tufts and Anthony Rankin to return. So here comes Otis, and he puts his boot into it, and it looks deep, but it's returnable. Bounce off the ground. And is that Anthony? It sure is. Bounces outside, waiting for his blockers, cuts back in, finally gets wrapped up. I might have been wrong, but
I can't be positive. I believe that's Tanner Schnurr.
Oh, was that Tanner back
Number
there?
18. That looks like it was Tanner. He's our youngster, but we have a lot of faith in him. We know he's going to do some great things here for the Pirates in the next coming years.
All right, so that gives the Pirates 1st and 10, right? Oh, I didn't even see the flag. There was a penalty against the Greyhawks. They're going to be pushed 5 yards backwards, and we're going to re-kick this. So Tanner Schnurr is going to have another chance maybe.
Yeah, he's going to stay on the field, and just taking Anthony Rankin's spot as the return back says a lot right there.
All right, so now we're going to spot the ball at the 30 due to the penalty. And we're going to try to re-kick this thing. And as I look down, just to do an update, it looks like Weldon Gilroy is still injured. It looks like he's trying to take his uniform off and wishing nothing but the best for Weldon. All right, so it looks like the Pirates are ready and the Greyhawks look ready. And as the ref exits the play of field, here comes the whistle. Otis is ready to go. And as he approaches it, here comes the boots. And it's long and it's deep. And we've got a returnable ball there with the wall of Pirates cutting outside, making a stretching tackle is missed. And there goes 13 bouncing outside, man, trying to make people miss. He's doing his job and finally gets brought out. Hard tackle on the play by number 13, Bobby Purify. And then we've got a Pirate down on the field. So Robert Tufts shows his athleticism, but we've got another injury. So the clock is stopped for the injury, it looks like, at 1:49. So as we take a break for the injury, I'll take a break. And thank you for watching ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Greyhawks. And welcome back to ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Greyhawks. It looked to be number 18, Tanner Schnurr, who suffered the injury on that play, but to his credit, he walked off in the field under his own power. And now we are running the clock with 1:45 left in the game. And Ian Cross has got his guys in the huddle. And you know what? It's smart for them to take their time, I think. You don't want to suffer another injury before the playoffs begin. And we got a late substitution coming in for the Pirates. So time is the enemy for both teams right now because you just don't want to get hurt.
Well, when you talk about time, the time frame I look at for the Pirates is about 7 days, and that's what they have to look forward to next Saturday.
Yeah, so they decided to call a timeout probably because they didn't have their play call ready. I don't think we're going to have enough time in this game to get an update on Tanner, but I'm looking at him on the sidelines. He's still looking pretty okay. I think he took a seat on the bench over there, but he doesn't seem to be hurting too bad. But on the other hand, Weldon Gilroy still limping very gingerly, and it looks like he's favoring his left leg. I probably won't get an update on that, so we're wishing both players the speedy recovery with the playoffs looming in just 7 days. So it looks like Tyrone's got his play called in, the offensive coordinator for the Denver Pirates, and the Pirates look to be ready to go. So we're just waiting for the ref to start that clock again. It'll probably start on the snap. Nope, he's waving it. He wants to start it right now. We're down to 1:15. Oh, I guess we are going to start at the snap. My bad. Shotgun formation, 3 to the right, or 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Throwing deep is Ian Cross. Caught. The referee says incomplete, and the ball is on the ground, so that is an incomplete pass. And another Greyhawk slowly getting up, but he gets up.
Yeah, that was a deep attempt to our speedster. You've heard his name many times tonight, Robert Tufts. Just true first-year player for the Pirates, but another one of our younger up-and-coming stars. Expect a lot of great things out of him in the future.
You know what? I like the play call only because it gives Tufts a chance to display what he can do, but you have to execute. Ian's got to be able to get that ball in front of him just enough for him to make it catchable, and that one I think was just overthrown. So looks like we're going to run it outside to the right, and he's going to be met by a wall of Greyhawks led by number 11, Jimmy Provost. So that's going to be a loss of about 2 on the play with 11 seconds and ticking. That should be the last play of the game, and it certainly is. That should end this game, and the Greyhawks are going to put another goose egg on their opponent with a victory today, a 51-0. Great performances by Bobby Purify, Jimmy Provost, Julian Juju Banks, Sean Boyd. And thank you so much, Ken, for being in the box here with me. It was a pleasure doing this with you.
Had a lot of fun, Eric. It was a really great treat.
Well, maybe we can do it again next week as Colorado Sports TV brings you the semi-final playoff game for the Colorado Football Conference, where these two teams will meet again next week, 6 o'clock kickoff, North Stadium. Thank you for watching ColoradoSports.TV's coverage of the Colorado Greyhawks. God bless.